When I first found Sorare, the company used to always talk about the cards having superpowers and special powers, and that never really made much sense to me. The whole fact that they were NFTs and it just meant that something digital finally could be made into an asset, something somewhat tangible where I could own it and hold it, you could understand and represent the value that holds, and maybe there's a marketplace for these things where they can transact. I've played FIFA for years. I played Football Manager for years, and the amount of times I got attached to a FIFA card, couldn't hold it, couldn't sell it for real money. Or on Football Manager, you always had those regens that you fell in love with, or those guys that your scout would unearth that was a real world player, and you would get attached to and you'd follow them through their career. Sorare cards being NFTs really allows you to encapsulate all that into one card, which is a Sorare card, and play it in a game, which is Sorare Fantasy Football, which is connected directly to real world performance. It's not simulated in a game or me controlling it on my pad. And that one thing there, I've been waiting for somebody to create. It feels like my entire football in life. But the actual superpowers, the special powers kind of element of it, I just thought it was a wee bit of marketing chat. But over the last 2 or 3 years, Sorare has blossomed, grown, and went to levels that I never thought they could. And these cards are the gateway to football fans like me and you around the world getting all that good stuff, guys. In the video today, I'm going to explain to you what is the special powers around the Sorare cards. What does own your game mean? What does Sorare do? And why do these cards have like a value, a real value? In the description of this video is other videos that explain the basics around Sorare. So if you're a beginner looking to get started and all that kind of thing, if what we talk about in the video doesn't answer whatever questions you've got, there'll be a video down there that will sort you out. There's also a link if you're brand new and you haven't opened up your account yet. They'll get you a free limited card once you've bought 5 from the auctions. It's the best way to sign up. It's the way everyone signs up. And you know, if you open up a Sorare account and you don't get that free limited card, you're one card worse off than everyone else. The card you get for free, you can keep it, you can sell it, you can do whatever you want with it. Same with all the ones you buy in the first place, of course. But by hitting on that link and getting yourself the free card, you support me and all the content here at the channel. And I thank you in advance if you do so. If you get stuck or if you've got any questions, you need some help, jump into the comment section and I'll do my best to sort these out at any point in the video. If you laugh, you learn, you like something or whatever, please do like and subscribe to the channel. It would mean a lot to me, it really would. Share and retweet and, you know, all that good stuff with anyone you think it might help. And yeah, let's just get stuck into it. Now, the first thing to lay out about the Sorare cards that you need to know is every season, every player on every club in every league that is licensed on Sorare is going to get a maximum of 1,000 limiteds issued, 100 rares issued, 10 super rares, and maybe if they're lucky, 1 unique as well. The Sorare distribution system is a 60-40, 50-50 kind of split. I'm not really too up on the latest of how it works, but in essence what Sorare try and do is they sell around half of that allocation in auctions out there into the market, where it is eBay style bidding. You place your bid, you tell it the maximum amount you're willing to spend on it, and then you leave it and you wait and see if you get outbid before the deadline. Maybe you can snipe something in the last 10 seconds or whatever. And then the other half they reserve to give out as rewards in Sorare Fantasy Football competitions, and they also reserve a further portion for referral rewards, refer a friend, other giveaway stuff that they might do through community growth things. Everyone has the ability to recommend a friend and they both will get a free limited card in kind. So yeah, it used to be like 60-40 and then 10% for referrals, and then I think referrals went down to 5%. Now I think they're just going to deal with it. There's so much supply now, I don't think they need to give it much of a significant allocation in that respect, because everyone will only get it once, if that makes sense. Now, the cards themselves, as I've already alluded to, are officially licensed merchandise from whatever club and whatever league that we are talking about, which puts them, for me, straight away in the same price bracket, the same realm as Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, all these other physical card companies that, you know, I've bought and traded cards with in the past, Panini sticker books, this kind of thing. And like we've seen with all tradable card games, there's always those elusive shinies, those rare, ultra rare cards, stickers, whatever, that no one can get a hold of, and they have more of a value. The reason that that happens in that kind of sphere for me is just there's nothing to do with them but collect them. So scarcity, imposed scarcity, superimposed scarcity by just not printing any without there being a limit, a serial number in some of these instances, is all that these things have to potentially drive value and interest towards them, because you can't take a physical card and do anything digital with it. And that's the first part of the superpower that I think we've got here, is because it's an NFT and it's digital, we can play games with it. Now, of course, there's fantasy football on Sorare, and in the past, companies like Ubisoft have made third-party games for Sorare. There's not that many of them knocking around now. Mainly Sorare Mega is the best one you can get involved in. It's a free thing, doesn't cost anything, and you can win stuff in it. But that's the whole idea of these cards, is they're yours, they're not Sorare's. If Sorare disappeared tomorrow, you still own them. You can keep them, they don't disappear. It's not like FIFA where Sorare's going to come out next year and you need to buy all the cards again. You keep the cards forever till you sell them or whatever, you know. So I've had Ferran Torres since Valencia. I mention him on every beginner tutorial I can, but when he was at Valencia, he was in Sorare teams for me. When he was at Man City, he's in Sorare teams for me. When he plays for Spain, he's in Sorare teams for me. And now that he's at Barcelona, he's in Sorare teams for me. And I bought him once 3 years ago, and I use them time and time again. Now, each of the cards, depending on the scarcity and the level it's at, these things all have different attributes called XP that will also influence their scoring potential in Sorare itself. I made a video called XP for Dummies. That will be linked in the top of the screen now if you want to go and check that out, if you're interested in the difference between red and blue cards and, you know, that kind of thing. Sorare launched the collection game mode on the platform recently, and this is their attempt to really take all of the exclusive giveaway stuff that they get with their partnerships with the biggest clubs and leagues in world football and distribute them to the hardest of corest of fans that they have on their platform. I was invited to play on Anfield at Liverpool with Sorare collectors from around the world, really all over Europe and America. People came and invited, and every one of those players were prominent people on the Sorare collection leaderboard for Liverpool. And you know, I don't know the full list of the clubs that they have this level of access to, but even by the sticker book collecting side of things, there's a digital fingerprint that you own that, you've completed it, and if the club want to reward those people, which they do, and they have agreements with Sorare to supply things like signed shirts, tickets, money can't buy experiences, etc., then that's the way they will be distributed for this season and going forward. Sorare are official partner. There's only like 9 global partners with the Premier League worldwide. Sorare is one of them. And as time goes on, I can't say it enough, for your local club, a club you've adopted from far aflung across the world or whatever, these cards can be your pass into the club to get that extra bit closer to it. Tickets, shirts, all the extra stuff that will go around it that these clubs normally reserve for their advertising partners. You know, when you see raffles and giveaways for, I don't know, even charity matches, whatever, all these clubs have these things at their disposal. And then see all the names you see at the side of the pitch, MasterCard, Carling, you know, whoever, they give them to those companies. And then what do they do with them? Maybe they do a giveaway that no one ever wins. Maybe they give it to their directors. Maybe they just keep it for themselves, you know, whatever. But Sorare is football fans, and their game is supporting football fans and building this game for us. So when they get that stuff, they give it to us. And they've done it through special weeklies as well, where people enter, you know, 2 AC Milan cards, and you can go fly with AC Milan to the Champions League, or you can go and do the pre-season tour with Real Betis in Mexico, PSV pre-season camp as well. So there's lots of good fun stuff like that. It's just starting to happen. So there's a really young company in so much respects, but all these superpowers that the cards have got are firmly established. And as the ability to access and tap into them rolls out, the own your game part of Sorare is really hard for me to put into words until the things happen. But from what's happened so far, this is going to change being a football fan for so many people for so long. During the World Cup, Sorare did a free-to-play tournament where anyone could enter, and the top 5 people played 5-a-side football with their official ambassador partner, Zinedine Zidane. Sorare also have in amongst their partner list Kylian Mbappe, Lionel Messi, Gerard Piqué, who runs the Kings League, and, you know, Antoine Griezmann, a few other people like that play the game as well, Timo Werner. And Sorare have now started to really emphasise special editions and collector's editions, and we're now seeing the cards coming out in 3D with augmented reality potential, which is just going to be next level for in-stadium interaction, potentially going to the superstore, taking, you know, pictures with your teams and your cards to unlock things potentially. We also see player edition signed cards on the platform. These get issued when a football player signs up to Sorare. They contact Sorare, they give them a free card of themselves that they have signed, and those players tend to sell them in the market. Sometimes we've even seen players' agents do it on their behalf and sell the card into the market, which is good fun. And Sorare, obviously, because they put a serial number on every card, the one of is always a special serial number, as well as the person's jersey number. You know, whatever number's on the back of their top, it will be listed on the card. And if it's also the same serial number, out of 100, maybe out of 10, depending on the number, then that's got some extra bonus points for the collection game as well. On screen there now is some other stuff that I've made in this playlist for beginners on Sorare that are looking to learn the basics. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.